Coach, some of those in the silver-haired community would say it's a great day for golf, and it is, don't get me wrong, but we say it's a great day for football, and the roof is wide open here in Glendale at State Farm Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the Arizona Cardinals.
Here we go, here we go. 21, 21. Here we go.
Check 31, check 31.
Hey, gun.
Check 24, check 24.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And an alley to run. He's at the 40. 20. 10. Touchdown, 49ers. Tevin Coleman, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Wow, first play in the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive-type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, he spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. And to give this time to the tailback. He finds an opening past the 40. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
He's coming, double up. He's coming, double up. He's coming.
6-6, pull it high.
Switch.
Here's a carry for the fullback. That's Anthony Sherman. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Watch safety creeping.
Hey, quarters.
Shit. Motion.
On 3rd down, Rosen. Flush to his right. He rifles one that's intercepted. P.J. Williams with a pick. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 18.
Here we go, here we go.
Garoppolo in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now Garoppolo. And now Garoppolo lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The first down play, to be frank, nothing short of awful, and now they have to deal with second and very long.
11.
43 to Mike.
Hey, gun.
Check, 43. Let's go.
I got them.
Mike's 43. All day, every day.
Snap comes at 1. Garoppolo completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And it's complete in the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
First and 10, 46-yard line.
Alert. Hey, alert.
You can't block me. Check 43. Check the back or check the
Corner.
And he'll give it here to his running back. The tackle there by Fabian Moreau.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
I hope you brought your left side.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
I'm coming for you, mom!
Slam!
Hey, alert!
From the gun on third down, it's Rosen. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 26.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. D Ford in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Don't be scared of it. Hey, high 7.
Throwing on second and long. Rosen looks for White, but it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And into the end zone, a pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Extra point good by Catanzaro, and that makes the score 21-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one, and for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Call that a very strong gain of 24. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's and across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Jimmy Garoppolo with his 2nd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Hey, Haywood!
Now it's Rosen. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Nick Bosa just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Watch the protein spill!
Another try after the first down sack. Rosen. And an alley to run. And now off to the races down the right side. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. So now 2 pick sixes that he's thrown in this first half of play. Where do you go from here?
Well, number one, make sure you keep your poise. Make sure you go to the sideline after throwing this second one, and you look like you're still in charge, that you're still the guy, because your team's going to feed off of you. And if you're having your hands on your head or shaking your head and walking with your head down, guess what? They're not going to rally at all.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics.
Oh, wide open, complete. Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Cardinals. Andy Isabella. His 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
Go ahead.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Flushed out right. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
We're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. And now it's the punter Weil on as he sends this one away. And that will hit and continue on out of bounds.
Go!
At the 40-yard line.
Check. Here we go. 180. Check. 53's Mike. Check tight end. Check tight.
21. Switch it.
Garoppolo now. First down throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
First and 10. At their own 30-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. This is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Ball on the 30 as they come up, 2nd and 10.
Here it comes. Here it comes. Switch. Under crutch. Monday. Check 26.
And to give this time to the tailback. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
It's 3rd and 10.
Today, 180. Watch the run. 80. Watch the run. Seven's a Mike. Mike 7. Watch the flag. Watch the flag.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And able to find Kirk complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 12 yards the pickup. Good enough for an Arizona first.
First down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Swift. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
No. Me.
Monday. Hey, quarter.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Hey, orbit.
Rosen on first and 10. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. On second and 10. Rosen. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. Rosen now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's first and 10. To throw is Rosen. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it. And sometimes
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
To try again after the sack, Garoppolo. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
SOS.
Two.
SOS. SOS. Let's go.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Open man is Higgins. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10.
You ain't doing nothing today.
To throw is Garoppolo. This pass complete to Higgins. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First and goal, San Francisco.
Here we go. 21. Here we go. You go.
And yet again, it's Garoppolo. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
Here we go.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now.
11. Greystone travel.
56. Mike's 56.
13. 2. I got you. Topper.
On play action, it's Garoppolo. And this is caught for a touchdown. Now hold everything here. Flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back. A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another second and goal.
Sixty-five.
Garoppolo again. Pass complete to his receiver, Pettis. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a third and goal. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal?
11.
Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Hassan Reddick in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to fourth down. And Catanzaro's kick is right through, and that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 12. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Nick Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Where you at? Who's that? Is that yours? Who's that? Mike's 59. Mike's 59.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Cardinals on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 16.
Hey, Charlie.
Mike 7.
Here we go.
7's a Mike. Mike 7. Stop your whining. Mike 7. Mike 7. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
From the gun, it's Rosen. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
49-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys continue to pour it on. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Throwing now, Rosen on first down. Safarian Jenkins has it. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 12 yards the pickup, good enough for an Arizona first. From the red zone now, here's Rosen on first down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Here we go.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a throw complete to his fullback out of the backfield. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
I think the good offensive coordinators in the league now are looking at the fullback position and finding the right guys to hide in that spot and increase their passing game, as we just saw there. How about the run after catch? Racked him.
Well, yeah, whether it's a true fullback, a tight end, you put in the fullback spot, you know they're going to be tough to bring down if you can get them the football in the passing game. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 18 yards, first down Niners.
First down, San Francisco.
Kill.
Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. Oh, he's able to out-muscle him here as he pulls it in. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A very solid gain of 27.
218, chop it.
Garoppolo looking to throw. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Point after now from Catanzaro. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Makes the score, Niners 52.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together some... He's got the lane, and there he goes. 30, the 20. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Extra point splits the uprights as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. And the 49er hands team does its job. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. They'll try to run this one in, and he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Extra point right down the middle as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. And the 49er hands team does its job. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Let's make these big.
Well, Garoppolo's going to throw it. Throw left side to Higgins. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.